That's what I'd assume an alien's fart to sound like after every 3 sets of guac and peanut shavings. The thoughts and ideas of aliens are just in a Nation, as they can lead to tons of controversial topics. I, King Afubian, King of Afubs, or Latrell, on the podcast, will give you my input on this otherworldly creature, as I am the film co-producer and editor of sci-fi film that one time an alien invaded my school. Answering the question, how does your product use or challenge conventions, and how does it represent social groups or issues? The topic of extraterrestrials is a pretty controversial topic when spoken about, but hey, what can I say? Because I am a part of the problem that makes this topic even more controversially interesting than it already is. I know. How could I do something so great? My film is split into 3 main genres: sci-fi, action, and comedy. With this in mind, I will now break down 3 genres. I will now break 3 genres down and explain their usages within the film. The power of the whole media industry, or Steve Neal is a theorist known for his impactful media in the media industry over the past years. He theorizes that film tropes and related elements of the genre are all presented in a way to grab in the audience attention, also being important to retain in other genres to bring in more engagement all around. His theories of films using conventions and related elements of the genre that are presented to the audience in a way to pull them out. This being important as it can subvert genres to keep the film very active throughout the whole film. When watching the film, you see the first obvious genre we chose from the film being the science fiction genre. This can be assumed from the production studios to the film, as the first studio's logo is a silhouette of an alien, while the other studio has an uncanny alien-like face with an unnatural sound coming from it, representing the alien that's going to be within the film. When the ideas of aliens come to mind, we tend to come and think that they are creatures that are harmful and scary, while forgetting the fact that they might just be understood, trying to send a message that is just being misinterpreted by humans. When first inspecting the film, you could come to answer that our film fits within the science fiction genre. With the film's logos and opening of the film, one of the logos having the exact facial replica of internet meme Tung 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 Sahor. This then leads up to opening with the word alien, speaking to the viewer on what is to come. This is just giving a preview and an obvious prediction of what could potentially show up within the film. The image of aliens being harmful and scary within the film that one time in Alien Invaded My School is to bring an uptight feeling to the audience, as it creates more anticipation and makes everything seem more scary. But hey, you already know how I am knowing things like this. With this being in mind, the film that one time an alien invaded my school had an alien input to where they were seen as something harmful, threatening, and potentially violent, as it were to be chasing the main lead and star Chris. To those who noticed that small aspect, it shows something with more meaning behind it, as theorist Paul Gilroy had said once before. But calling people different or making them different in your minds, it leads to them treating you differently. That act of fearing something that you don't know true intentions of makes things more difficult on yourself, and potentially making them the threat that they probably never really were. Now, with their brain being dissected by my Afubian knowledge, I can also drizzle some more sauce into your brain. Similarly enough, another famous and popular theorist, Judith Butler, theorized that we produce our gender through not only our way of action of doing, but actions, as the alien within the film being a long, lanky, statured extraterrestrial, adding more questions to the alien's identity. With the creature standing up straight and tall, and then to be shown walking slowly like a predator hunting a prey, it could be said to be male-like, but not confirmed for sure, as it doesn't have any other actions than it's standing and wacky walking. Now, as for the alien's green look, I can assure you that wasn't accidental. Our alien's costume was made up of an green sweater, camel pants, and a mask from the infamous internet meme, Tung 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 Sahur. With its average green look, it made sense to make it this color, as aliens are commonly associated with colors such as green, and its meaning something different. Green being something that's unnatural, not normal to see, like trees and leaves. For our choice of mask being the famous Tung Tung Sahur, as to its withering blank face that can be uncanny when looked at for so long, while also being able to bring out potential viewers as to the liking of its look, with the youth being attracted to this due to the Italian brain rot internet trend. Last but not least, there are notable conventions within this film, as it holds a mixture between action and comedy, with action films holding high stakes conflict, fast paced narrative, and obviously action sequences. In my film, we incorporate these key conventions into the film, with the action sequence between the protagonist Chris and antagonist the alien. Theorist Todorov would highlight this about my film, as it follows his theory of equilibrium, with the beginning of our film starting calm and then later on moving on to a spiral events. It repairs said equilibrium, with both Chris and the alien running into each other, knocking each other out. Now, to get into the topic of something otherworldly, ICE has been taking away children, students, parents, families, the future of life away from the places that they reside. The reason behind this would be mostly guessed because they are doing harmful acts, right? Well, wrong. It is further differences in skin tone. An example of this being Julio Chavez, who had been seized and deported to Mexico by ICE. The more you know, yet this all connects back to extraterrestrial and perplexuals and whatever. The things you encounter every day has an impact in some way or form. With that message being said to you, I wish you guys a good day and thank you for being around.